We'll do the diagonal. Make sure your shoulder blades are back and you're not hunching forward. We'll go ahead and roll the neck in a circle. So did anybody do much dancing over spring break? And then let's go ahead and clasp the hands behind and do a nice little pectoral stretch. And I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together as I do it. And then we'll reach the arms out, and I don't know if you can see through the back, but I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together, kind of build some of that strength. And because my pecs are really tight, I'm just going to do a quick doorway stretch. And then let's go ahead and do our floor bar that we've been doing. Make sure you can see me on the floor. Good. So we'll go ahead and do our, first just take a minute, bring your feet up in this position, and you cross your arms like this, and we call this position stationary rest. And it's supposed to be the most relaxing position for your back. So if you ever have like a back spasm, do this, and that'll just kind of calm everything down. It's a good, good position. The body is in a very neutral, restful position. And then we're going to go ahead and send the heel along the floor, keeping this opposite thigh active. And we'll go ahead and brush through. And on the third one, we'll grab the knee and circle the ankle. And bend and straighten. And we're going to press all the way through the toes to get to that lovely toe pointed position through the arch of the foot, and then bend. So we'll bend, flex, and now we'll point. And bend and flex and point. And now flex again and bring the other foot, other leg nice and straight and flexed. And I'm going to grab behind the knee, but I'm going to try not to bend the knee. I'm going to try to keep the leg pretty straight. And actually, if you've ever experienced this, if you feel like your leg's kind of shaky a little bit, it's pretty normal. It's an intense stretch. So if you ever feel your leg kind of shaky doing this, that's totally normal for this stretch. Very unusual, but yeah, it does that sometimes. And send it across. Now we're stretching the IT band. And then open it out. And bring it in and bend both legs. And point and turn it out. And send it across and then bring this leg in. And this, I feel this right under here. In my glute. Gluteus maximus, right at the top. But you might feel it somewhere else. And then put this leg down and reach to the opposite side. I used to say reach to the mirror, but we're not in the studio. And then we'll do the other leg, stretching up. And flex. And I literally feel like I'm pushing out through the heel. And grab the knee and circle the ankle. And straighten and point and flex. And bend. Straighten and point and flex and bend. Straighten and point and flex and stretch. Take a deep breath and exhale. And so I'm going to cross. And open out to the side. And bend both legs. And we're going to turn it out. I hope you can hear me okay. I'm talking in a softer voice. Release it. And again, you can stay longer in any of those positions if you feel like you're getting a good stretch. And then release and slowly lower the foot down to the floor. Bring it back in. And let's go ahead and send the knees and swing the leg. And send the knees and swing the leg. And this time, on the third one, we're going to fan the leg and roll onto our belly. And bring everything up. And then go ahead and do those contractions for the glutes to strengthen the glutes. You might find it lifts the leg, but it doesn't have to. Let's do 5. And then sitting back up, we'll slowly lower down. I'm going to shut my door and get in a draft. Slowly lower. Ooh, it may not be as good as it was before spring break. And swing the leg and fan and roll onto your belly and come on up. And we'll go ahead and squeeze the glutes. And then we'll sit up and go ahead and stand right up. Get onto your feet, grab a quick drink of water. And we'll do some stretches standing up. Let's see, I'm going to tilt this down. I'm going to do my psoas stretch. You know what? I like to do this along the wall. So that's going to be okay. So I can have something to hold on to. Doesn't involve my head as much though. There we go. Now you can see what my feet are doing. So I'm going to bend the leg closest to the wall, reach the opposite arm, and stretch my psoas. And then I'll just switch legs and do it again on the other side. So I'm bending this time I'm bending my right, reaching from the left side over to the right. And let's go ahead and do a quad stretch, which looks like this. And if you find that you need a little extra, Go ahead and squeeze the glute like we were doing on the floor, and that'll give you a little bit more of a stretch. And the idea is to keep both legs parallel, to not let one leg go up like that, but to keep them nice and straight. And then let's go ahead and do one more shoulder stretch. I'm going to grab another drink of water. I'm very thirsty today. All right, let's go ahead and sit down for a minute. And I'm going to reach, I'm going to flex my feet, you can see, and I'm going to reach across. And then reach across to the other side. And again, if you're getting a good stretch, you can linger on one spot. They tend to go pretty quick. And this time I'm going to reach it up, but you can repeat what we just did. If lifting the leg, you don't have that flexibility, just do the same thing we just did. It's all about increasing what you have. And switch to the other leg. There was a time a few years ago where I couldn't lift my leg, but with time, now it's gotten easier because I do it all the time. It just, with doing it, it gets better, I think. Hopefully everyone will be lifting their leg by the end of the semester. And go ahead and switch legs whenever you're ready. I'm trying to press that heel down in so I can get a little stretch through my calf muscle. You can turn it out slightly or stick with parallel. See what feels better to you. And then I'm going to go ahead and try this stretch where I step on the bridge of my foot and press my heel down in. It gets my peroneals, which is the outside calf muscle. They tend to be very tight for me. So you can do that, or you can just stick with the one we just did. That's either one, whatever works. This one on the right side, the left side is really tight. Let me stay there for a little while. Yeah, that one's tight. Super tight. All right, and now I'm going to do second position. You can do parallel, or I'm going to turn in, because when you turn in, it gives the outer edge, that opposition, to figure out where to stretch. Or you could do turn out. I don't know if that will work as well, but this one feels good to me. Yeah, boy, I feel that left side. All right, and then all the things we just did, whichever one felt the tightest, go ahead and revisit that. And I'm going to revisit my left leg, because that one feels super tight. All right, so that was a quick review of our stretches that we've been doing. And now we're going to go ahead and review our plies. So for those folks who are watching at home, I want you to send me a video of these pliés that we do on a regular basis. So this is the cue point for you to do this, just this one part. So we're going to start with clasping the hands and stretching up nice and tall, and release, and curve forward, demi-plie. And when you send videos, you can send via Dropbox, WeTransfer. You can send a link from YouTube. If it's a short link, you can email it. And if those don't work, the WeTransfer and Dropbox are free. So they give you, I think, about 5 gigabytes. And open the arms, and arms to fit, and arch. And we're going to add the swing. And rise. And now to the other side. We're going to go through parallel, first position, and second position. Open. And fit. And swing. And rise. We'll go with one swing. And then we'll go to first position. And curving over. My floor is sloping down this way. So it feels like all the weight's going into my right hip. It's really weird. You need a level floor. And open. And up. And arch. And swing. And rise. And one more time in first. Only difference is we go to the other side when we do our side stretch. This time we'll go to the side we didn't go to. So otherwise, first, both times it's the same. Move to both sides. And then everything else is symmetrical from here on. And swing. And rise. Now we'll go to second position and try to find a more symmetrical area. So let me see if it's better over here. Oh, no, that's not too bad. And demi-plie. And a nice tall spine to go side. And other side. And plie, open the arms. Plie, arms to fit. And arch. Coming up, and that's just an upper back arch. So you shouldn't feel that in your lower back. And rise. And last time, see if you can do it without me. Keep going, pressing up, release, curve to the side, and to the other side. And now arms come up, plie as you plie, and open, and up, arms to fit. Now the upper back arch, good, this looks great. Good, oh beautiful Berthley, good. And swing forward and back, bend the knees and straighten, bend the knees and straighten. Good, and now bring the arms up to fifth and rise. Rise up onto the toes. Good, that was excellent, you guys. Good job. Cool. All right, so now we're gonna, so people are gonna send me a video of that. Now we're gonna progress ahead to the Cunningham exercise. And this one is in parallel position. And we're gonna curve forward and side, reach through, and plie. Same arm goes up and over. And we'll do it 3 times. The first time is stationary, reach through, and C curve. This time we're going to travel up and over, and side, and reach, cross in front, and plie. Up and over, and side, reach through, step back so you can see my whole body. Oh, whoops, sorry, and cross in front. Hopefully you got that. There we go. So, sorry, finishing with that one. Now we're going to do our 3-step turn. And side, reach out, and 3-step turn. And finish with the C curve. One more time the other way. Up and over. Side, reach, 3-step turn, and finish with your C curve. How did that go? That was a little more compact than we've been doing it. Good? Give me the thumbs up. Awesome. And I'm checking the chat finally after 30 minutes of class. I finally remembered to check the chat. Grab a quick drink of water. And next we'll do some tendus. This is a good review session because it kind of hits all the muscles we've been working on. They've had a week of rest now, but we want to get them activated again and get them back into their good habits. So we're going to do first position. Remember to be nice and tall. This psoas that we've been stretching out by doing this stretch. Let's do another quick psoas stretch. This time in turn-out position. So you really want to feel the length of that psoas muscle. The psoas is the muscle that allows you to lift that leg up. Go ahead and do the other side. Turnout seems to feel more stretchy to me. That might just be because of where I'm tight. And want to feel the length. Go ahead and lift your arms up to the air. You can see my feet. You need to see the top of my head. All right. Go ahead and lift your arms nice and tall. Feel that sense of length all along the whole body. Now go ahead and lift one leg off and feel how the length on the opposite side really it helps you balance. Now switch sides. And it really helps you balance usually when you're on a level floor. So feel that sense of length all along that standing side. So that's going to help you stand up throughout this exercise. So feel that length all along the standing side. So here we go. We're going to bring our arms to first position to help us balance. We're going to be in, let's go ahead and do this in parallel and in first. So we're going to brush, and I'll turn side view and flex once you can see it. It's hard to see that straight on. And point and close. So brush and flex and point and close. And now just 2 more brushes. And remember to feel your toes on the floor like a paintbrush. And swing. I think we've done this one before, but I don't think we've ever done it in parallel. And point and close. And 2 more brushes. And now we're going to do parallel side, and that's something we really haven't done. So when you go to parallel side, you might not go directly side, you might go slightly forward, because that's usually where our rotation is. So point, flex, point, and close, and point, and swing. You know, I have to say, after getting the vaccine, I'm feeling a little tired. It may also be because I really didn't dance last week. It feels I'm feeling a little more tired than usual. My muscles don't necessarily want to do everything the way they usually do it. So, and we'll try backwards. So go back. Let me do that from the side because it's kind of a weird feeling. And flex, and point, and brush. Go back, and go back, and swing. One more time to the back. Whoa. Sorry, my balance is terrible today. I gotta think of that knife with my psoas. That helps, actually. That actually really helps. And swing. And then we're gonna turn it out. And remember to find your rotation. Go back on your heels and open and see where you land. Could be a right degree angle. That's perfectly good. The ballerinas force it to be 180 degrees. Don't do that. It's very bad for your knees. In modern dance, we don't force those things. We just keep working. Work the glutes for your rotation. Go ahead and just releve. Feel those glutes working and supporting your legs. And we're going to go forward and flex and point and close and brush and swing. And the other leg and flex, point, close. And I'm trying to feel a nice length if it helps to raise your arm to help you stand up. No harm in doing that. And brush side and side, point and point, and side and point, and leg and leg. Next we'll go back. If your arms get tired, just go ahead and release them down, shake them out a little bit. You want to feel that they're strengthening and helping your balance and they're not too high. They're to the side, but if I had water, the water would run downhill. And brush back, flex, point, and then close. I'm keeping my legs straight the whole time. I know it's hard to tell in these baggy pants, but the whole time I'm trying to keep my legs straight. That's actually a little bit easier to stand up on, a little bit easier to balance. When we're in motion and traveling, then the bent knees are easier. One more time to the side. I'm going to rest my arms. Feel free to do so if you want to. And last time, whoa. And flex and close. I'm literally standing on a tilt like that. So I apologize for my bad balance. All right, let's take a quick break. Have a seat. I forgot to do some arm stretches. So let's do a few of those. Take a deep breath. And I want to talk about our meditation exercise. I know Nikki Pastor is in already. So what I want you to do is to do a quick 10-minute meditation. And that can be, for you, it can be whatever you want it to be. It can be just relaxing and focusing on your breath. It can be prayer. It can be anything you want it to be. It should fit whatever your value system is. And what I want you to do is just close your eyes and breathe. Set a timer of some kind, an egg timer or your phone, a timer on your phone, and just do a solid 10 minutes. And my computer seems to be beeping. That's very weird. Okay. Do a solid 10 minutes, and then I want you to write 3 to 5 sentences, a full paragraph, of what your experience is. Do you feel differently after you've done it? Do you find it calming? Did you find it stressful? Did you have certain expectations? Were those expectations met? Or was it completely different than you imagined? And the reason that I want us to do this, because when you're dancing, everything is about just feeling your body in the present, in the space you're in, feeling your weight into the floor, all of these things that make a dancer really present and have presence. And meditation is a way of sitting for 10 minutes and feeling your weight onto the seat you're sitting on, feeling your sense of being present in this world and feeling your body as it feels in the moment. And you may have different thoughts like, oh, my knee really hurts today, or, oh, you know, I'm really tired, I feel really fatigued, I want to just fall asleep. All those thoughts are okay, there's no right or wrong. If you can just try to maybe, you know, put those thoughts aside and then just keep, you know, focus on the breathing, that's a good thing to focus on. But it's a way of starting to get fully in your body, as opposed to most of us, we kind of live, our world encourages us to live from the neck up and to leave our body behind. This is a way of getting back into being present in the sensations of your body, so important for dancing. So that's why I wanted us to do that assignment. So hopefully, you know, it'll only add to and enhance what we're already doing. And also it could just be a really great stress reliever for you in your life. You know, maybe you have a really rough day and you just come home and sit for 10 minutes and maybe it just changes your whole mood. Maybe it doesn't, but you know, it's always good to have resources like that, good to have things that you can go to that will help you. So that's why it might be interesting to try. So you'll write me 3 to 5 sentences of just any aspect of that experience for you, whatever's true for you. So that's the assignment, and that's due Friday at 9 a.m., but you can send it to me sooner. I mentioned it at the beginning of spring break because I thought people might want to decompress from school and have a little break. So anyway, okay, so let's just go ahead and do a few stretches for the arms and neck. We'll work our way through a few things. And it's also good to have the stretching because I know my muscles got really tight over spring break, just not dancing and not really doing much of anything. Go ahead and bring it in front. And in front. Use the elbow to control. And then go ahead and press the palms of the, doing kind of a flex, like the flexed foot with my arm here. And go ahead and now press the back of the hand. We'll flip it around. And then this one goes diagonally. We'll see if we can get the thumb in it too. Across the body. And I have to breathe because my shoulder and neck can get really tight sometimes. And then one more time, bring the hands behind and stretch. Doing that thing where I clasp behind. And let's just do a nice little neck roll to loosen everything up. All right, and then let's roll the shoulders back. And let's just isolate the ribs on top of, we'll do some isolations today, we haven't done those. Put your hands on your hips and go ahead and move to the side and to the other side and side. This would be a little bit Catherine Dunham, if you've ever heard of her. She really worked in modern dance with isolations. And then move back and forward. And I'm basically moving my rib cage over the pelvis, forward and back and forward and back. And now go all the way in the circle. See if you can keep everything still except for the ribs, and then reverse it. The Dunham technique is a really complicated technique. You'd be doing the ribs in one direction while you're isolating the shoulder. It's really amazing. Catherine Dunham was somebody who went down to Jamaica and Haiti and learned all the dances and brought them back to the stage. And she broke down all the movements that people were doing. I'm just doing this stretch again because I'm always very tight there. She brought all those movements to the stage, and I think we should watch a video. Did we watch a video of her last fall?
Yeah, I wrote an essay on her, so I think we did.
Yeah. I want to try and come up with some new video because she's so amazing. definitely want to try and come up with an assignment related to Catherine Dunham, because I don't think, it's funny, in that new modern dance video we watched, they didn't even mention her. I was kind of surprised. I'm going to go in second position, and I'm going to reach. Yeah, I was quite surprised that they didn't mention her at all, because she's such an important modern dance figure. So definitely we want to touch upon her this sometime at this point. Oh, the other thing I want to announce is that we're going to move the deadline for the research papers back. I'll send an email about it. But we just finished the critique, and I think it's too soon to dive into a new paper. And there's a couple of choreographers, including Catherine Dunham, that I want you guys to learn about before we pick those topics. So I think it's going to be closer to the end of April instead of April 5th or whatever date I've given you guys. But I'll send an email out about that. Let's go ahead and turn and stretch over this leg. And then up and over and stretching over this leg. And for those of you who haven't taken Modern 1 in the fall, you might want to give it a try. He teaches something called Horton Technique, which is very different from what we've been doing. Let's bring the soles of our feet together. It's different from what we've been doing. It works a lot more in parallel position, but it's a really great and really rigorous technique, and he's a great teacher, Jean Apollon. He teaches that. Let's go ahead and go to the side. And he does some really interesting stuff in his class. It's level 1, so it probably will be a little, I don't know if it'll be much slower than this class. I don't think so. When we all start out and we're all, you know, kind of starting dance together, it tends to be the same level. But he's a good teacher, and it should be an interesting class to try out if you like modern dance. It'll be a little bit different than our technique. Let's go ahead and stand up. And I'm going to tilt my, and let's go ahead and do some stretching to finish today. Hopefully you will be nice and limber and stretched out. And lunge and go to the side. We're really going to get that psoas today. Because I don't know about you, but if I sat around for a lot of time during spring break, it just everything got super tight. And go away, although it's good to have a rest. And bring the leg back, and we're going to stretch the quad. Lengthen that psoas will help your balance. And go ahead and go to the other side. So you guys have done your class for the week, and we're going to go ahead and lunge forward, bring your hands down. And so all you have to do is do your meditation, turn that in on Friday, and you're all set. And for everybody else, just send me that video of you doing that series of pliés. My back's very stiff. And let's go ahead and reach. I ask you to drop it. You can't see what you're doing. Go ahead and reach forward over the leg. Keep going a little further and a little further. Keep that foot nice and flexed. Let's go ahead and switch legs. Whenever you're ready, if you want to stay on that one a little longer, that's okay. I'm flexing the foot. See you okay? I'll do it facing forward. Maybe that's a better angle. Now let's bring both together. And again, flex the feet, grab the toes. And let's bring the arm up and lead away. And away to the other side. Keep breathing so you can relax. It's always good to relax into the stretch as best you can while still pushing yourself a little bit beyond what you normally can do. And let's do this one again. You can do it like this, or you can lift the leg. I'm going to lift the leg. I'm really loving the stretch today. And let's roll down, and we'll hit that stretch that we did for the glutes earlier. This one where we cross the leg over. And you can see what I'm doing. Like this. Is that better? I hope. And release. And we'll switch to the other one. And lie to the side. I can't think of any more graceful way to get out of that. Just come on up, and let's go ahead and hit that left quad. So we'll start, I think what we're going to do is start playing maybe with that Anna de Keersmaeker video. Let me just see how we're doing on time. Okay, good. We have a bit of time. So she does that chair dance, and I thought that would be a perfect dance for us to learn. So I might even send you guys the tutorial and have you learn the first few moves. And I thought that would be a really good exercise for us because we all have space for a chair in our houses. So that would be a really good thing to do while we're remote. And that might even make an interesting final for you guys to learn that and send it to me. So we maybe give that a try. So we'll see. So thank you for joining me. It's been so nice seeing you after break. And I hope that you have a good time this week doing your meditation if you haven't yet. And I hope you have a good experience. I'm really anxious to read about it and hear about it.